Imagine for a moment being born into this world without arms or legs, no hands to hold, no feet to stand on. How would you hug your loved ones? How would you play or even just write your own name? It sounds like a life sentence, an impossible challenge. But what if I told you that one man turned this exact reality into a life that has inspired millions? A life filled with joy, purpose, and unbelievable achievement. This is the incredible, true story of Nick Vujicic, a man who proved to the world that our greatest strength doesn't come from our bodies, but from the power within our hearts. His story begins on December 4th, 1982, in Melbourne, Australia. When Nick was born, the delivery room fell silent. His parents, Boris and Dushka Vujicic, were confronted with a sight that no parent could ever prepare for. Their firstborn son had arrived with a rare congenital disorder known as tetra amelia syndrome. He had a small foot with 2 toes on his left hip, but otherwise, no arms and no legs. It was a complete shock. There were no medical explanations, no warnings. Their minds raced with questions. What kind of life could he have? How would he navigate a world that wasn't designed for him? The future felt uncertain and daunting. Growing up was, to put it mildly, incredibly difficult. When Nick started school, he was one of the first disabled students to be integrated into a mainstream Australian school. This meant he was immediately different. Children, as they often can be, were cruel. They stared, they pointed, they called him names like alien and monster. Every day was a battle against loneliness and exclusion. While other kids were running on the playground, playing soccer, or learning to ride bikes, Nick was on the sidelines, acutely aware of everything he couldn't do. The emotional and mental pain was immense. He fell into a deep depression, questioning his very existence. He would often ask God, why? Why was I born this way? What purpose could my life possibly have? At the tender age of 8, he contemplated ending his life. The weight of his reality felt too heavy to bear. He felt like a burden to his family and saw no future for himself. It was a dark, lonely place, but even in that darkness, a flicker of hope refused to be extinguished. He was surrounded by a loving family who never gave up on him. His father encouraged him to learn to swim at 18 months old. His mother invented a special plastic device that helped him learn to hold a pen and write. It was these small, consistent acts of love and encouragement that planted the seeds of resilience in Nick's heart. He slowly began to shift his focus from what he lacked to what he had. He had a brilliant mind, a quick wit, and a small foot he affectionately called his chicken drumstick. And with that little foot, he began to defy expectations. He learned to type on a computer using his heel and toe. He learned to throw tennis balls, answer the phone, and even get himself a glass of water. Each small accomplishment was a monumental victory against the limitations the world had placed on him. The true turning point, however, came when he was 15. Reading a story in the Bible about a man born blind, Nick had a profound realization. He understood that his circumstances were not a punishment, but a unique platform. He realized, I might not have arms or legs, but I can be God's hands and feet in this world. A new sense of purpose ignited within him. He decided he wouldn't let his physical condition define his destiny. He made a conscious choice to change his attitude. Instead of asking, why me? He started asking, what can I do? This shift in perspective was everything. It unlocked a potential that no one, not even he, could have imagined. With this newfound determination, he pushed his boundaries even further. He learned to swim, to fish, to paint, and even to surf, mastering a technique to do a full 360-degree spin on his board. The world started to take notice. This wasn't just a boy without limbs. This was a young man with an unstoppable spirit. At age 17, after a janitor at his high school encouraged him, Nick gave his first speech to a small group of students. He was nervous, but he spoke from the heart, sharing his struggles, his pain, and his journey toward acceptance and hope. The reaction was immediate and powerful. students were moved to tears. Many came up to him afterward, sharing their own secret struggles with bullying, self-esteem, and depression. One girl, sobbing, hugged him and said, "No one has ever told me that I'm beautiful the way I am." In that moment, Nick knew he had found his calling. His greatest disability was not his lack of limbs, but the fear of sharing his story. He realized his unique journey was his greatest gift. He could connect with people on a level that few others could, offering a living, breathing example of hope in the face of despair. From that day forward, his mission became crystal clear. He went on to get a double degree in accounting and financial planning, but his real work was on stage. He founded his nonprofit organization, Life Without Limbs, dedicated to sharing a message of hope and purpose across the globe. He began traveling the world, speaking to massive crowds in stadiums, to students in schools, to presidents in their offices, and to inmates in prisons. He has now spoken in over 78 countries to millions upon millions of people. His message is simple, yet profoundly impactful. Your value is not determined by your appearance or your abilities. Your struggles do not have to define you. It's about finding your purpose, embracing who you are, and never, ever giving up. He uses humor and raw honesty to break down barriers, often joking about his own condition to make people feel comfortable. He'll say things like, "I've got a great view down here," or tell stories about trying to get on a plane and scaring the flight attendants. But Nick's story doesn't end with him being a world-renowned speaker. He also built a beautiful personal life, proving that a life without limbs can still be a life full of love. In 2012, he married the love of his life, Kanai Miyahara. Their love story captured the hearts of millions, a testament to the fact that true connection transcends the physical. Today, they are the proud parents of 4 beautiful, healthy children. Nick is a hands-on dad, in his own unique way. He plays with them, teaches them, and showers them with affection. He has shown the world that a man with no arms can still hold his family in his heart, and a man with no legs can stand tall as a husband and a father. He became a best-selling author, writing books like Life Without Limits and Unstoppable, which have been translated into dozens of languages, spreading his message of resilience even further. Nick Vujicic's life is a powerful reminder that the walls we face are often in our own minds. He could have chosen to live a life defined by what he couldn't do. Instead, he chose to build a life on the foundation of what he could do. He faced unimaginable adversity, from physical challenges to deep emotional pain, and transformed it into a source of strength that has lit up the world. So, the next time you feel like you're facing an insurmountable obstacle, the next time you feel like giving up, remember Nick. Remember the man without limbs who learned to surf. Remember the boy who was bullied and became a global inspiration. His life is a testament to the incredible power of the human spirit. It teaches us that our limitations are not our destiny. Our greatest strength lies in our attitude, our faith, and our refusal to surrender. Your life has infinite value. Your heart has no boundaries. Rise above your challenges, and you too can inspire the world. Thank you so much for watching. If Nick's story moved you, please share this video to spread his message of hope. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you don't miss our next story. See you next time.